Welcome back to Wreckfest. Yes, it's been a while, but today we are back. We continue in the career mode in the World Masters Championship, and we sit on 1,252 points out of 3,600 needed. Now today we're looking at Sandpit Showdown, 8 races, and we have 7 cars to use, so 1 car will be used twice. Race number 1, Savolax Sandpit Short Route. Current track record is set by the Mud Digger C-Class at 42.302 seconds. Hopefully we can beat that today with the Roadslayer A-Class 235. Off we go then. First race in a while, so I'm expecting to be extremely rusty, but we'll see how we do. We've got 6 laps. We start 13th. Can we make some gains immediately? Hopefully we can. So looking up the inside for the first corner, trying to sneak through but not really getting anywhere, being held up by the cars behind, and then gaining some amazing places there, sticking to the inside as tight as possible. We gained a lot. We're up to 6th place on a 13th place start, although we're being challenged here on the inside for the next corner. He spins out a little bit. We manages to keep control of it amazingly. There's some trouble on the left. We do get a bit of door banging, but we are through into 2nd place, and the guy in first, we can't let him get away. He looks a little bit out of sorts at times as well, so we've got to keep hunting him down. Hopefully we can get him maybe on the home straight here for the end of the lap. Can we get him here? He seems a bit all over the place. I'm hoping he was going to crash, but he hasn't done so far. First lap out the way, and we're going to look for the inside in the first corner. It's a bit out of sorts again. He doesn't seem to have the control and the braking in the car now that in second, and we take the lead. Though we're being challenged again here as we go over the hump. And he spins out on the left-hand side then. We gain the lead and keep it. And we kind of get a bit of a gap now to the cars behind. Now, normally, we would skip ahead if the lead never changed until there's an issue, an incident or an issue or situation. But you guys voted for us to continue through the whole race without skipping any laps. That's what we're going to do. Hopefully, I can stay awake. That's the plan. But second lap out of the way, starting lap 3. We're in first place. A new best lap for us there as we cross the line. And fairly simple, although getting a little bit too eager there and taking the corner a little bit too tight, gaining a bit of a bump. We have got a decent gap to the cars behind. It's just a case of keeping that gap, not damaging the car too much, and just keeping this going. Keeping an eye out for any crash cars around us as well. We don't want to hit one of those accidentally. So far so good though. If we take the left-hander, going really nicely. Pretty happy so far. As I say, this has been a while since we've done this, so caught up with the car there, we're lapping in fact. He didn't like us going past him, did he? End of lap 3, start of lap number 4. But yeah, this is the first time I've done this for a while. I was expecting us to be extremely rusty. But I think we've done okay. I think the car helps, to be fair. This is one of our best cars, to be fair, the Roadslayer. So, was expecting to do well, but wasn't sure because of the rustiness how we'd do. For those that aren't aware, we do play this on hard difficulty, expert AI with realistic damage. That is how we've always done this from the very start. And yeah. Sometimes it seems really easy, sometimes it doesn't. So far so good. We're going on to the penultimate lap as we finish lap number 4. Hopefully, we're just basically looking for lap times now. New lap, best lap set there as well. So it is now lap times, that's all we're searching for, trying to get the best lap we can. I think we've already beat the Mud Diggers C-Class track record of 42.302. Hopefully the Roadslayer can now set the first A-Class track record and also beat the whole track record as well. Oh, mistake there, catching the barrier there. That's caused us a massive issue. Damage to the car. That came out of nowhere as well. Wasn't expecting that. We've still got a decent gap, so we're okay, but that wasn't what we wanted. I think we was on for a decent lap there as well, but these things happen. Just got to keep it going. Got to minimise these mistakes, really. So we're going to start the final lap of the race. We've led from lap 1, 2? First corner lap 2, wasn't it? I think we led from. So we've done really well just to keep the lead. Little mistake in the last lap, but we're okay. Maybe we can set our best lap here as well, if we can. There's a lap car ahead of us. We don't want to tangle with lap cars if we can avoid it. That's not going to go well for us, but we've got a decent lead. I can't see us being caught as long as we don't mess anything up here and do anything silly. There's the lapped car, and again, that's what we didn't want. That's messed us up badly. The car is really badly damaged now. Yeah, I couldn't get out of the way of him. He kind of come towards us there. Trying to take a left-hander. I think we're missing a wheel because we're really struggling to control the car. but we're going to make it across the line. First place in our first race back, and the first win of this episode. First of 24, 38.707 is our best lap. That's a new track record and the first A-class time for this track and layout. Pretty well done, I would say. I think that was really well done by us. And there we go. Okay, race number 2, Sandstone Raceway Main Route Reverse. This is a brand new layout for us. We've never done this layout before. And we're going to use a Sunrise Super A-Class 237 rated. Now, can we get a second win after we started off so well? Let's have a look. Race number 2 then, can we make it 2 wins out of 2? That's always the aim. This car, we've used a little bit, I wouldn't say we're massively au fait with the car, and a new layout is going to be tricky, especially with our rustiness, but we'll do our best. Starting again in 13th position, just trying to look for a way through the cars in front of us, taking the inside for the little right-hander there, and flying up the side there, and gaining all the positions, up to 4th position already. Wow, that was a start. Left-hander here, sneaking up the inside again. Can we take 2nd, spinning out cars ahead of us? And we gain 1st place. Little bump there gives us some momentum to keep moving forward. And 1st position we are now in. Now the downside to this is we can't follow the cars ahead and learn the track that way because we're already in the lead. And new layouts are tricky. We just got to kind of see this, judge this by eye, and just try and keep ahead. The cars behind us are quite close, so a mistake here will give them a route back in. And here comes, well, here comes one of them, straight into 1st place. A lot more speed than us on the corner there. And we're now down into 2nd. We're going to look for the inside as we come up to the next corner. No, got it completely wrong. And instead, through the barrier, hitting the fence. That did not go well. We're limping a little bit. Not too much damage, luckily. Another bang from behind gives us some forward momentum at least. Maybe a little bit too much as we hit the concrete barrier there. That severely messes up. And now we're catching other cars as they're trying to get past us. And that's not good. Dropping like a stone. We're down into 10th position now of 24. Only 3 places off our start position, which is not good. Because then we led the race for a little while. So now we've got to try and get some of these positions back. We've got to minimise mistakes and try not to get too badly damaged because we're looking a bit iffy at this point. So 9th position as we start lap number 2. Looking for the inside again. Little nudge on the cars there. Spinning one round. We gain 3 positions in one go. Up to 6th place now. Up the inside again. But we've got to so be careful now. Damage is getting a little bit too much for my liking. Up to 5th. You see the car ahead making a mistake. We've got 2 cars right in front of us here. That will take us into 3rd if we can get it podium position. Just trying to find a way through without doing any damage. Car ahead hits a damaged car. Stationary on track. That takes the position. The other car spins out. And now podium position, 3rd place as it stands. We're hunting down the top 2. But we are looking a little bit wounded at this point. So we're going to try and hold this together. Minimise mistakes. Minimise damage where possible. While trying to learn the track at the same time. Which is the tricky part. But I think we've got this if we keep going. Again, taking the corner too quickly. Same thing that happened on lap number 1. Just really misjudging the corner. Oh, getting a little bit caught there with the car. He goes off luckily for us. And we're now in 2nd. No, back down to 3rd. I think one of the cars ahead of us must have crashed and totaled. Because we went into 2nd momentarily when we weren't actually moving. So, back in the 2nd now. 3rd is just behind us, so quite close. We are looking very worse aware. And we're only finishing lap number 2. I think that's 1st place ahead. There's either 1st place or a lap car, I'm not sure. But we're going to be overtaken here, and it's actually caught us on the back end. Sent us a bit round. We're into 3rd. That really messed us up there. But I think these are our 2 cars we're trying to overtake here. We may get lucky here and get... Yes, we have. We've taken the lead up the inside. One of the 2 cars ahead of us went off. The other one tried to challenge us, hit the back of the car, and then went off themselves. We're now in 1st position on lap number 3. And how do we keep this going? No mistakes. That final corner is causing me some issues. Watch out for the damaged car there. We've got to try and get this final corner right. Because if we can, I think we're laughing. It's just that final corner that's a problem. It seems. The rest of the track, I think we're pretty good with. But it's the speed into this final corner. We seem to be taking it too quick. And we need to slow down a little bit more here. So let's see how we do this time round. We finally learnt our lesson. I think we have. Yeah, nicely taken that time, to be fair. Was that the track corner? That might not have been the corner, actually. Was it this corner that's the issue? No, this was the other one. And again, getting a bit out of sorts. We did well on the corner we struggled with, but that corner there struggled again. It's one of those when you're still learning a new layout in a car we've not used very often, plus not played this for a while. It's all coming to a head, and we've really got to hold on here. Halfway through the race, lap number 4 now, and we just need to keep this going. See if we can actually gain a decent lap time, as we don't have one. But no, instead, getting a bit out of sorts in the corner. We're now down to second, as we were saying. We're going up the inside again here, though. Little nudge to them on the way past. We're into the barrier as well, but I think we're going to keep going into first position. We've now just got to be careful of the car behind. They are still on our tail, so we just need to be careful how we take these corners. We are damaged beyond halfway now, so we've got to be very careful. Getting out of sorts on the jump, that wasn't what we wanted there. Can we get back onto the track? We can indeed, but we're into second place. First flew past us, but they went off as well on that corner, but just further ahead of us, so we can now hopefully get them back. They're looking a lot worse than we are. As we give them a little nudge and a spin, they're out, they're spun round. That's our position, first position back to us. And you may say, it's not real racing if we're hitting the cars off. Although we just make a massive mistake there, critical damage. And we're trying to move the car, and we've got some problems here, because we are stuck. Can't move the car. Have we lost the wheel? I don't know. Something's not gone right here, and I can't seem to get the car moving. Reset back to track, and we haven't lost the wheel. Not sure how we haven't, but we haven't. The car is critical damage. We've got to be so careful now. We're in the second place. First is a little bit up the road. And I was just about to say that, you know, we're doing okay. The damage is a problem. I think that's what I was going to say. I don't know now. But anyway, second position. We've got to chase down first if we want 2 wins out of 2. It's the same corner that's caught us out in the first few laps. But we just took it too quick into the barrier there, and it just causes massive issues. The fact we got stuck didn't really help, but no one else overtook. And we've inherited first position with 2 laps to go because we're the only car still going. We've had this before, previously, and it's a nice situation to be in. We've just got to play this safe. I don't even think we should go for hot laps. I think we just got to finish the race. I don't know what happens, or I can't remember what happened. I'm sure it's happened to us. If we crash out and wreck whilst in the lead. I don't know what happens in terms of, do we still get the win, do we still get the points? I'm not sure. So we need to try and play this really safely if we can. And we are critical damage ourselves, so we're not in a really good position. So we've got to take some of these corners probably slower than we have done, just to try and, you know, keep ourselves going and not make any silly mistakes. There's been a few so far. I want to blame the car, but I can't. It's me. Going off track there, taking a bit of a different line, but managing it back on track nicely. We're okay. Like I say, it's just a case we've got to be so careful now. Probably, you know, going too slow really, but there's no one else on the track. It doesn't really matter, does it? As long as we finish the race now and get the points, that's the important part. And we're nearly at the end of lap number 5. Just got to, no, avoiding the concrete there. That was close. Thought it was going into concrete there. I thought it was going to wreck. Luckily we don't. We're just going to keep this clean now. Watch out for all the damaged cars around us. I wasn't expecting this race, because the track's quite open and you've got quite a lot of runoff area. I wouldn't expect all the cars to wreck on this one, to be fair. Realistic damage does that though with the AI sometimes, is they will all wreck. Same as we'll get wrecked. We didn't set anything. It's a final lap. I saw the green and thought we'd set something new. There's no way we're setting a lap record here, because we're just going to take this easy. But yeah, we've seen it a few times, because it's realistic damage. The AI can completely crash out. We have the same thing happen, though. We can get taken out so easily. That's why we have to be so careful. It's so easy to lose a tyre as well on realistic. That's the thing. So, nursing our way around the track, just trying to keep this clean, tidy, away from all the damaged cars. Oh, that was what we didn't need then. That sent us off as well. Just got too close to that car on that left-hand side. I think we took a bit more damage. We're still going, though. Luckily, that was a little bit too close for comfort, to be fair. Final lap, though. Final few corners. We've just got to play this safe. Same line as we took on the last lap, but it worked. And we just got to watch out for them rocks on the left-hand side. Any damaged cars ahead we've got to try and avoid, even if we have to slam on. A little bit of a hit there. I don't think we took damage that time, though, luckily. More damaged cars around us. Where are we going? A bit too much to the left-hand side and going off track. Managed to stop the car, though, to keep it under control and get back on the track quickly. As I say, we're not going for a lap record here. It doesn't matter. It's a new layout for us. No! I don't think we took any damage. I don't know how we didn't take damage, but we didn't. I don't know if we've lost a wheel as well, to be fair. I think we may have done. It's not looking good. No, steering is not too bad, to be fair. I'm not sure if we have lost a wheel or not. Anyway, still in first. That was a mistake, but it's not going to matter. We have lost a wheel. We can't control the car properly. We crossed the line, first position. We set our first A-class time of 1:16.210, and that's another win. 2 wins out of 2 now. A brand new layout. Pretty happy with that. Some rewards coming in as well. And yeah, that could have gone better, but we did okay. Right, race number 3. This is the Boulder Bank Circuit Main Route Reverse. This has a track record set by the Rammer RS A-Class for 2 minutes 01.715. And we're using the Boomer RS A-Class 424 rated. Can we get a 3rd win in a row? That's the aim. Let's see how we do. Race number 3, and it's the Boomer RS to see if we get 3 wins out of 3. I'm hopeful, but I don't know. We got very lucky in that last race. 13th position out of 24 start, and off we go. And it's all well and good us saying we've got a lap record already on this track, but I don't remember it at all. Trying to go up the inside, get caught up on the right there, sorry, into the rocks. That's really messed us up. We're now dead last with a rival. Yeah, tried to go up the inside, kind of got banged around with the cars ahead of us, went into the back of one, and that just sent us off to the side and into the rocks. We've got to become a last first challenge now as we try and make our way back through the pack. Remember, expert difficulty, or the highest difficulty the area can be on, with realistic damage. So this won't be easy. As we nudge a car out of the way and go up the inside, we gain... Hang on. We were last a second ago. We're now 12th. I'm not too sure what happened there. They must have all gone off or something. Something happened, but we're into 12th position. We gained 12 positions somehow. Right, we're being challenged from behind though. We're trying to catch the cars ahead of us. And that car on the left is rapid. Look at that. Flying past us. Although we give them a little bit of a nudge and into the barrier they go. Now, trying to keep an eye on where these cars are ahead of us. Trying to watch what they do on the track. As we gain another position there. Up to 10th position now. Just trying to keep an eye on where the corners are for them so we can kind of gauge it. As I say, we may have done these tracks before. It doesn't mean I actually know any of them. Gaining quite a few positions. Up to 5th position now. We gained 5. Going through them cars that seem to have crashed themselves off. We gained another one there. Seemingly another car's crashed somewhere. Or wrecked. 4th position now. And I didn't expect that. That was mad. In the 3rd as one of the cars ahead of us crashes. And the car dead ahead of us 2nd place. Looks a bit all over the place. So does 1st, to be fair. We may be able to take the lead here. That's the hope anyway. Damage wise, we're okay. It's not brilliant, but we're okay. We're just got to be a bit careful now. Watch out for any damaged cars ahead of us. Lap number 2 though, we're chasing down the 2 leaders. Currently podium position in 3rd place. Really getting that corner wrong. Managed to keep the car going. And up to 2nd. Can we take the lead? We can indeed. 1st position now. Last to 1st challenge. Partially complete. We got to 1st. Now we need to keep 1st. And it's only lap number 2. So we've still got a long way to go yet in this race. But so far, so good. Let's just keep this going. Right-hander, taking it quite nicely. I'm trying to be careful whilst also trying to keep speed going. Obviously, there are still cars chasing us down, so we can't go too carefully, as we need to still win the race. But at the same time, I really don't want to do any more damage to the car. Getting the corner wrong again there. Into the rocks. That's damage on the car. We do reset the track just because I didn't think we was going to get there. Otherwise, we've dropped down a 2nd. But we are badly damaged. Yeah, that's not good. Flames coming out of the exhaust and the back bar looks of things at times. It's only lap number 2. I'm not happy with the damage. Although that car sideways there was 1st position, so we're now in the 1st place. And they seem to have spun out by looks of things. We take the position and back in the 1st. Now we need to hold it. It's not gone well when we wanted to hold it previously, as that car nearly hits us and collects us. But hopefully we can now lock this down and make it ours. We've got a bit of a gap to the cars behind. I think 2nd must have wrecked in the end, because there's a big gap. Either that or it took time to get going. We set a new best lap for ourselves, and I've completely messed the corner up. Just didn't even spot where we was going, to be fair. We've dropped down to 2nd. Luckily we managed to brake enough not to hit the barriers and do any more damage. But yeah, just completely didn't even spot the corner. That's the problem when you've not played for a while, to be fair. So into second place on lap number 3. We can see first ahead. The AO seems to be making a lot of mistakes on this track. Hopefully we can capitalise out of them where we get the chances to. Right-hander. We take it quite deep, but actually don't hit anything, so no damage to us. First is still ahead. And they're still within our eye line, so we can still see where they are at least. So any mistakes we need to capitalise on. Right-hander. Taking it really nicely, actually. Really took a decent amount of speed into that right-hander. So really trying hard to catch up with first position. We've got to be so careful, though, to not go too hard and wreck ourselves at the same time. That's the thing. We can see we're catching on them. Definitely a quicker car. Don't know if we're going to be able to take it. They crash into an already wrecked car. That may have even put them out of the race, I'm not sure. But back in the first place, we inherit the position. Yeah, sometimes these things happen. You've got to take the luck while it's there. Crash car, no. Okay, major damage for us there as we hit a crash car. We tried braking really hard, just couldn't stop in time. We're still in first on lap number 3, but we are looking a bit worse for wears. That's a real concern now. There isn't many cars left in this race either, so we need all the other cars to crash out, and then we should be guaranteed to win. But we are having some issues with the car. It's definitely not as quick as it was. Speed is definitely down, but it's all about the handling. We've got to nurse this home if we can now. Lap number 4, and we missed the corner again, but this time just brake heavily, managed to stop it and get around the corner. Just got to keep nursing this round. I'm so worried about us hitting other things, but we still need some speed because there are cars chasing us. That's the thing, we can't really rest too much, but just trying to keep this together. Try not to do anything silly. We don't have to take corners that quickly. We can slow down enough to actually manage them. No! Completely missed the corner. That is us out. Did not finish out of 24. We do set a new track and A-class record of 1 minute 36.325, but that wasn't really the way we wanted to end that race. That just went so badly wrong at the end. Yeah, that's not good. We had first lockdown as well. We're back at Savolax Sandpit for race number 4. This is the main route. We have a track record set by the Rammer RS A-class at 1 minute 14.782. We're using the Rocket A-Class 271. Can we make up for what happened in the last race? Time for the Rocket to show us how it's done. Really didn't get what we wanted in the last race. We need to make up for that right now. So 13th for 24 start position. We have done this track before. Again, though, it's been a while. Not 100% sure of the route. Try to look up the inside here, gaining a few positions. Can we sneak for a few more? Can indeed. A bit of argy-bargy going on, but we're through in the second position. Okay, wasn't expecting that start, but we've got it. The Rocket is probably one of our best cars, and one of the early cars we used very, very early on in this series. The car in first hits all the tyres, goes really slowly because of it. We inherit the lead from their mistake, and we're now in the lead of lap number 1 of 6. Hopefully we can now hold this down and keep it ours. We don't want the same mistakes we made in the last race. We've got to be careful but quick. It's trying to maximise that but also minimise damage. A little bit out of sorts there with the tail end. This car does seem to like to have the tail hang out when we're going too fast around corners, so we've got to be a bit careful of that really. Control the actual slide where we can. Oh, not too bad. Getting out of sorts on the exit, but held it nicely. Still in first position. The car behind is a little way back now. I think we've got a bit of a lead on them. I think we have. It looks like we have on the mini-map. So we're just going to keep this going. Left-hander coming up. And this should be the home straight, I believe. Yes, it is, for the end of the lap. Okay, let's keep this going. Lap number 2. We're in first position. We've just got to keep this, holding this down. And don't do anything silly. That's the big thing. Nice left-hander. Taking it nicely. Probably a little bit slower than normal, but just trying to be careful where possible. And the other thing when you're in the lead is watching out for damaged and wrecked cars. It's so easy to go over a edge and not see what's ahead of you. And there's a car waiting for you to hit them. A little bit out of sorts there on that corner, but managed it round. Wasn't the fastest, but again, it's that limit between fast but also conservative and careful and don't hit the barriers and try and stay out of any trouble. Nicely done there. A little bit wide maybe, a little bit deep. We managed through after hitting the tyres, a little bit out of sorts, but we managed to do it. But there we go. That's what happens when you make these mistakes and go a little bit too slowly. We get overtaken, We're trying to take it back up the inside. And actually that corner there is really nice for us, so it actually works out really well. First position is back out of the game, but second really caught up there. I don't think was going that slowly, but it must have been not as quick as we should be. And we hit the rock. Where did that come from? I know the rock didn't move, obviously, but I did. Oh yeah, too far to the right hand side of the track. That's why we should try and stay in the middle of the track unless you're taking corners. We're now in the third as we start lap number 3. We've got 2 cars ahead of us to catch up. I think we should be okay getting past them. It's keeping that lead, that's the issue. Mistakes are creeping in this episode more than I would like, but a lot of it is rustiness. It's not an excuse, but it is an excuse. Yeah, a lot of it is rustiness, I would say. So we've just got to try and do our best to minimise these mistakes. We are in first position once again after overtaking the first 2 into that first corner, and we just got to keep this going. So we need to be a bit faster than we have been, while also still trying to be a bit conservative in the corners and trying to make any silly mistakes. Taking it nicely. Oh, car gets spun around a little bit. Really can't handle the back of that car kind of spinning out on us there. We managed to keep it going, but we are now being chased down and hunted, and the car's trying to get past us here. There's 2 of them attacking us. We managed to keep the inside and hold them at bay for the time being. Just got to be so careful now. One mistake from us and we're going to lose this lead. Unless they battle and crash into each other. That would help us massively, to be fair. But we can't worry about that. We've got to focus on what we can control. And that's us, making sure we don't make any silly mistakes. This car is getting very lively for some reason. I'm not sure what's caused it. Maybe it's a little bit of damage, although it doesn't say we're badly damaged at all. It just seems a little bit lively in the corners, and that seems to be getting worse rather than better. You'd think once we get used to the corners a bit more with this specific car, we'd be okay. But just, I don't know. They just seem more wild in the corners, and I don't know what it is. Once again, not taking the corner right and getting overtaken. We're now into third position, all because of our mistake there. We're looking up the inside here to take second place again, and we take it. Get a bit caught up on the inside though. We're still challenging for the lead here, but it's just trying to minimise his mistakes. We're making too many. That's the problem. Bit of door banging going on between us and first holds it together and keeps it. We're now being challenged by the car in third, but looking up the inside of the next one, again, we've kept it. We've kind of caught them and they've spun a little bit into the barrier, and that's given us first position. I just think the way that was kind of banging into each other, he tried to turn in, and luckily he ended up worse than we did. And we're still in first. But this has been a bit of a crazy race so far. Considering we wanted to make up for the did not finish in the last race, it's not gone particularly the way we wanted it to. But we're overtaking the game with the car in first. Hits, I think that's a tree or something. They're near enough out. We're back in the first place, but second is on our tail. Crash car there to watch out for. Right in the middle of the track as well, which isn't helpful. We are going to finish lap number 4 and start lap number 5 in first position, but it's not all our doing. We've got a car behind us trying to chase us down. We're just going to try and hold this together. Again, can't go too slowly because we will get caught. But at the same time, we can't go too quick and cause ourselves problems. Such a balancing act, especially when it's been a while. But we've currently got the lead. We wanted a win to make up for what happened in the last race. And so far, so good for the Rocket. We've got a good chance of doing this, I think. Down we go. Definitely better control of this on the tarmac than it is on the gravel and sand. Oh, that was a hit that we didn't want. No! Don't do it. Can't get away from me. Keeps hitting us. We keep hitting him. We are still in first. I don't know how we're in first, but we are. And this car now becomes extremely uncontrollable. I think we've lost the left front. How are we around the corner? It's okay. I think the left front is intact. I think it is there, but it's not brilliant. The speed of the car is really tricky. The haptic triggers on the PlayStation 5, you can tell when you've got damage because they become really stiff and really hard to depress for acceleration. Same as on the brakes get badly damaged as well, which I think is quite a cool feature. But man, it makes driving hard. But we're still going. First position as we finish the penultimate lap and start lap number 6, the final lap. We are being hunted. We've got to try and stay ahead here. And it's just a case of playing this safe. I think really. Ignore track records and stuff. We're just going to focus on getting to the end now. In first position. The only downside, if we go too slowly, we're in trouble. But it's in our hands, so that's all. The only thing we can control is where we are in the race and how we're driving. And currently, driving's substandard, I'll give you that. But we are in the lead, and that's ours to lose now. We're getting there, probably around halfway through the final lap now. Only a few corners to go. It's just a case of keeping speed and keeping concentration where possible here. Right-hander, long one. We take it nicely. We've got the... is that another right-hander coming up? No, left-hander, that's it. Left-hander here. This is a corner we've taken nicely the whole race, to be fair. So taking really nicely. Getting a little bit caught out there. The back end came around a bit more than we would have liked. Lost a lot of momentum and speed there. We still have the lead. We are being chased though, and they're getting closer. I think they are catching at this point. But there's not much we can do about them. It's just ourselves we've got to focus on. No! Ah! Didn't think that was a corner. Crashed. Down into third. We've lost the tyre. Oh, that's not good. We were in first position for so long there. Down to fifth now. Can we finish and get across the line in fifth position for something out of this race? It's just completely misjudged it. Didn't think the corner was there. I thought it was much later than it was, and no, it was there. So 5th of 24, 1 minute 16.912 is our best lap, and that beats the personal best set by the Ram RS at this track of 1:17.628. But it is not a new A-class or track record. It's just a new PB for the rocket itself. Next race, Boulder Bank Circuit Short Route. We've got a track record of 1:06.784 B-Class Roadslayer, and we're in the Ram RS A-Class 279. Fifth place last race wasn't what we wanted. We need to make up for that with the Ram RS. Then we've got a good chance. And we should really beat that time set by the Roadslayer, especially in A-Class. But we get out and underway, we drop down a position straight away and into 14th. We're going to look for the middle here, which is unusual for me. I normally go inside. We went through the middle, we're up to 7th, so quite a few positions gained. Bit of damage being taken though, which is not ideal. Car right in front of us turning left for some reason. We're into 5th position now, although a massive crash ahead of us causes us and gets us mixed up in it. It's not helpful. We are quite badly damaged now, more than I would like on lap number 1, but we're in 4th position. Chasing down the podium cars, 3rd place on our right hand side here as we look for the inside and take it. Sorry, the outside actually, it was the outside of the corner. And we take a big hit into the barrier, another hit from behind, and we are getting a bit beat up here. We've still got another 5 laps after this one to go, and I'm not hopeful. This is going to be so tricky to keep this car out of trouble and keep the damage away. Still in 4th position though, chasing down 3rd. We want a podium at the very least. We did show we can actually finish, even if we're badly damaged, we can still finish the race and get something out of it. Like the 5th position in the last one. But we're looking increasingly online. No, 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 no! We got hit into the barrier, and then he hit us a second time, and that was it. We were done. So I did not finish out 24. No lap time set either. I think that was the final corner. And that race did not go the way we wanted to. Ram RS let us down. But I suppose I did too. Race number 6 now, Savolax Sandpit Main Route Reverse. This is a brand new layout. We've not done this one before. Killerbee S A-Class 255 is our car of choice for this one. We need something. We need a better race than last time. Hopefully, we can actually finish. Right, can the Killerbee do what the Ram RS couldn't, actually finish the race? That's the question. Hopefully we can. Hopefully we can get a first lap done, would be nice. 13th position start time. I would say the Killerbee S is probably one of our fastest cars. They're very nimble, very light, very small. And as you can see, already going through minimal damage. In fact, no damage I don't think there, as we got a bit of door banging. We did gain 2nd momentarily, but down to 4th now. But the speed of this car is really good. Overtaking into 3rd. Catching the cars ahead at a rate of knots as well. Right hander here. This is where the car does struggle a little bit, is in the corners. Straights, this car is so quick. But it is the corners that's going to let us down if we're not careful. Into 2nd though. Trying to control it over these bumps and this left hander coming up. The car ahead kind of goes really hard on the brakes. We managed to overtake quite simply in the end. 1st position on lap number 1. Now it's time to finish this position at the end of the race. Let's hope we can avoid doing what the Ram RS did as well. Right hander here, taking it nicely. Just trying to coax the car around, but try and keep speed high at the same time. We know this is quick in the straights. That's where we're going to make a lot of time up, I think. We are going to lose a bit of time in the corners, but hopefully the straights give us that advantage. Right-hander taken really nicely. Just got to keep this going. We're still on lap number 1. This is a brand new layout, so we've got no lap time to go by either. And that's the finish line. So lap number 1 is in the books. Lap number 2 now, and we just missed the corner. Completely missed the corner. Not massive damage though. We're okay. That could have been a lot worse than what it was, to be fair. But it's a long old lap, these ones, especially when you're out in first place and don't know the layout. I don't know any of the tracks, to be fair. I recognise bits and pieces. But the majority of the time, I've got no recollection of any of the tracks, really. So we do this by eye in the moment and just hope we can get the corners right. Probably not taking optimal lines or anything like that, but that doesn't matter. As long as we keep going and finish the races. Wins are definitely a bonus, though. But so far, so good. First position, we are being chased, but I think we're okay for the lead. Keeping them at bay. Onto the tarmac, which is where the Killerbee really excels as well. No! Onto the grass. Kind of got us a bit caught out. Hit the lamppost. Dropped down to second. Not badly damaged though. Compared to the car in first there. He's really badly damaged. We give him a nudge as we go past. First position is ours again, although that didn't go the way we planned. Into the tyre, so luckily. I don't know what's happening, but it's not going well. This is in the bag if we can just stay out of trouble. But it just seems like we can't seem to manage that. We do need to watch out for any wrecked cars on the track or in really bad corners. So we'll keep our eyes open for that one. But we're in first. We're going to finish lap number 2 in first position. Let's start lap number 3. And yeah, we're doing okay. A few mistakes still creeping in though. And I think that's going to happen all the way through until we get out of the rustiness and shake it off more than anything else. But we're just going to focus on our own racing. Ignore the cars chasing us down. Just keep on the route we want to take. My words got a bit mixed up there. Try and stay on the tracks. Try and stay out of trouble where possible. Get the right-hander. It just means we probably will brake a little bit earlier in some of the corners, maybe just to help. The problem I've got is not knowing the corners coming up. I never look at minimap when I'm driving. I find it to be annoying. So I don't really know where the corners are because I don't use the minimap as much as probably I should. I do think we do okay though, not using minimap. It's one of those. I do this when I play Mario Kart with my boy as well. We both sit down and play multiplayer, either online or not. And he will use the minimap all the time, knowing where people are, and I don't. When we're throwing items, I don't even know who I'm throwing them at. Because I don't look at names and stuff. I focus on what I'm trying to do and the track itself rather than anything else. Massive mistake there as we go off track. Kind of avoided damage though, luckily there. We're going to lose first. We're down into second. Yeah, managed to avoid all damage as we went off there. Just got carried away. Not focusing what we needed to do. A bit of damage there with the barrier. We're still going and win second. We can chase down first. We're about to start the halfway point of the race, so that's pretty good. We've just got to keep on them. Although we missed the first corner, that's major damage as we hit the barrier there. That's not helpful. Car behind us gives a little push, bit of momentum. Keeps us going a little bit faster. We're in second, chases on our tail, and first is up the road somewhere. I'm not sure if we can catch him. I know we've got the speed, but the corners are a problem. This car is getting really tricky to drive as we get overtaken. We take the position back. Second place, we're trying to hold off third. We do manage to hold them off and take second for the time being. But yeah, it's just getting really difficult to control some of these corners. I say this car's really quick, but the downside to that quickness, that speed, is obviously cornering generally isn't as good. That is first position, I believe, ahead of us. They are making some mistakes. We're going to go across the grass as they hit the lamppost. We gain first position. Could claim it's an off-road overtake maybe, but they did hit a telegraph pole at the same time, so we're safe, I think. First position, and we're still only halfway through the race. Long laps these ones. We're just got to keep focusing on what we're doing, trying to make minimal risks as well. And I think we may be able to get a win back after a couple of did not finishes. That's the aim anyway. Getting a bit out of sorts there. Couldn't quite get the car to do what I wanted to do. Managed to get away with it. But oh, that's not okay. I thought we'd been overtaking them, but we're not. Or we were. That car that overtook us is actually a lapped car. So that's fine. Don't mind them overtaking. I thought that was someone taking first place. Missed the first corner once again. Just completely didn't see it. Didn't react enough. And we're down a tyre. No. With 2 laps to go, we're missing a tyre. I think we've got a problem. I don't know if we can nurse this home. Obviously, we desperately need the points for the championship. But even away from that, I want to win the race. But, yeah, not good. Not good. No. That's us wrecked. I can't believe that. Okay. So no finish. We set a time of 1:21.030, which is a new first A-class record, as it is. That was a brand new layout, but we do get a lap record out of it. I'm annoyed now. Race number 7, Sandstone Raceway Short Route. Track record by the Rammer RS A-Class at 52.340, and we're driving the Nexus RX A-Class 267. Desperate for a win right now. Desperate to make up for these silly mistakes. We need the Nexus to do something we couldn't do in the last few races, and that's actually finish. Not fussed if it's first, not fussed if it's 10th. Just want to finish a race now. We start off in 13th position as always, and we're now going to try and make some moves early on minimum damage if possible. We work our way up through the cars in the 8th position already. That's our 5-place gain, and bumping the 2 cars ahead of us there who will get massively out of sorts, spin us around as well. Maybe it wasn't the start we wanted. 8th position as it stands from 13th on the grid. We're holding off one car there. I think the other car saved us a little bit there. But we're in 8th position now. We've got to chase down the leaders. A couple of them here, but taking the corner very wide. Again, didn't even click the corner was there. So made some mistakes. We're into 9th position, but taking 8th there. 2 cars ahead. So can get us as far as 6th and a nice easy overtake. 2 more cars in the corner. Currently 6th. No! Got caught up on the mound on that right hand side. And that just rolled the car after the car became unstable. Back down to 14th. 1 position worse than our start position, but still on lap number 1. Plenty of time to get this back. Up to 12th position now. They're all squabbling ahead. We're going to try and take advantage. And we do indeed. Up to 9th position. Just trying to hold the cars off from behind. It's one little tap on the edge though. Can send us spinning. We need to be careful when they're trying to get past us there. We're going to take this corner as quick as we can. Can we get past the car in 8th? We're going to spin around, but we're also caught out with the cars coming past us. A little bump there. Give us some extra momentum. We're actually down to 10th. It's not going to plan at all, is it? 9th position now. Must have been a crash car on the track. 8th position as we overtake the car there. And we're still playing catch up. There's 2 or 3 cars here, hopefully. But no. Come to a standstill in the corner. Really can't do that corner very well. And that's not helpful either. Spinning around, being hit. No. Did not finish out of 24. We set a new... Nexus sets its own personal best for its first time of 1.09.095. Final race, Boulder Bank Circuit Main Route. Track record set for the Rocket C-Class 1.29.043. And we're in the Sunrise Super A-Class 250 for its second race. Sunrise Super, previous race was first position. We need that once again here. We need a win to see out this series. There's too many did not finishes. I think we're up to 4 so far. That's half the races we haven't finished. So this one needs to be a win. Or podium potentially. But already off to a decent start. Spinning the car ahead. Managing to go underneath the cars there. Trying to keep it going on the grass. Avoiding the trees. Just about managed to avoid the trees there. I'm not too sure what happened. That was mad. I think we had one car go over us. One went under. I don't know. It didn't go under, but... we went under the car that went high. 17th position. We lost a lot of places there. But amazingly, we're still going. That's the amazing part. Up to 11th now as we kind of go through the middle of the cars ahead of us. Up to 7th position now. 6th is just ahead. As you can see, we're trying to nudge him past. We take the position. Right hand turn. Up to 6th position now. Although 7th comes back. Let's give us a big hit there. And we're still arguing as we hit the straight. But are overtaken as well. Down to 7th. And this has just got mad. I don't know what's happening. No, too far left hand side. Didn't see the rock. Rock was unsighted. Luckily, we're okay. Not too much damage. Down to 9th. Yeah, I can't say what happened. And the whole start of that race was just mad. But we've got away with it. That's the important part. Let's see if we can get a finish at least. Into the concrete barrier with the back end. That's not good. It spun us around again. We're going to lose some positions, I think. It's still, I think it was in 9th previously. Don't think we lost anything. Potentially. Can't remember now. Right. Ignore that. Let's focus on what we're doing. No. Definitely not the car's fault. It's my fault. I just can't seem to get the corners right. And obviously that's caused us some massive issues. Down to 15th position now. I did say, I don't care where we come. We just need to finish. As I can't get the car to turn left for some reason. using the hills to gain some speed. It's reset us because we was too far off track. 17th, 16th or 24, someone must have been wiped out. It's 14th now, another car must have been wrecked as well. It's just not going well for us. We were very low vehicle integrity. And yeah, this is just... The Sunrise was brilliant in its first race. It really was. This one, I don't know what's happening. I can't control it on the mud. I just can't do anything at this point. All we can do is keep going. Lap number 2 began, and we wrecked as we crossed the line. That's not the way we wanted to finish this. Did not finish. We set a lap time of 2.30.501. Nowhere near, obviously, the track record. We had a new A-class time, but not what we wanted at all. That has not gone the way we wanted to. Our final position, 2 out of 24. Bonus 4 of 16. Total points, 377 from 800. Takes us to 1,629 with 3,600 needed to win the championship. Last 4 races did not finish. 5 did not finish in total of 8 races. That's extremely poor. And yes, I'm rusty, but that's still poor. Unfortunately, we're out of time for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed being back with Wreckfest. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.